autumn afternoon. Steelers getting set to host the Patriots. Hello, friends. Jim Nantz along with Phil Simms, Tracy Wolfson. No Ben Roethlisberger for the Steelers. How will they do it here today?
Well, after last week's game down in Miami, I would think the Steelers would come out here today, and the crowd, they need a lot of emotion. And if you want to win a tough football game against a really good football team, you got to be more physical. You got to out-hit them. That's the Steelers' forte.
This game is being broadcast in Spanish. We're available using the SAP button on your television. Steelers won the coin toss, want the football. So we'll see Landry Jones coming out for his third career start here at the beginning, as Stephen Gostkowski gets ready to kick it off. Gilbert's back deep along with Toussaint. And here we go. The 4-2 Steelers, the 5-1 Patriots. And the kick is driven 6 yards deep in the end zone. And that'll bring out Landry Jones with Ben out. Roethlisberger out after knee surgery here in the last week. Could be back, they're saying now, within a couple of weeks after their bye. But here is Landry Jones. His career totals. He's had 2 starts. One was at Kansas City last year, a loss. He gets credit for the win in his second start in a game here against Cleveland, even though he did not finish the first quarter. He got injured with an ankle. Roethlisberger came in and ended up leading them to victory, but it ends up, since Jones started it, he gets credit for the win. So they split out Bell to the right and leave an empty backfield for Landry Jones. Right away, gets a quick completion to Antonio Brown. Jim Nantz, Phil Simms, Tracy Wolfson welcoming the audience that saw the Indianapolis Colts defeat the Tennessee Titans. We've just had 1 snap here in this game. Also want to welcome those of you who watched the Miami Dolphins beat the Buffalo Bills today. So now just the second play of the game, and Landry Jones again in shotgun after that completion of 3 to Antonio Brown. Hand off to Bell. He lost the football, turns around and falls on it. Alan Branch was the one who leaned in there and stripped it.
Le'Veon Bell gets it ripped out of his hands. What do the Steelers want to do on the offense today? They want to control the football. Why? Well, to win the game and keep Tom Brady off the field as much as they can.
I'd like to welcome another audience to the Steel City. Pittsburgh and New England just underway. Third play of the game.
Looks like Ben Roethlisberger just started all these shotgun formations to start the game.
3rd and 7 for Landry Jones and the Steelers. Complete. Grimble with the catch, but nowhere near the first. Chung rode him down, pushed him back.
Yeah, one really good thing about this New England secondary, when you watch them play, they are great tacklers. They don't miss. That's why they give up very few yards after the catch. Good example right there. Patrick Chung, terrific year. Playing safety, can cover just about anybody on the field.
Jordan Berry comes out to punt. Second-year man out of Eastern Kentucky. Julian Edelman. No fair catch signal. He's got space. Takes it straight ahead into a couple of Steeler players, including Toussaint and Matakevich. 45-yard punt. Tom Brady out for the 3rd time this season. He has been brilliant these first 2 weeks, averaging 391 passing in these 2 games back, 2 wins, 6 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Well, Jim, I think everybody goes against this Patriots offense and thinks the same thing. How do we defend them? What do you do? There's so many weapons. Gronkowski, Bennett, 2 great slot receivers, a good offensive line. That's a lot of questions to try to answer.
And he's going to go with the 2 tight ends to begin. Play action. And Brady's first pass is a completion over to Chris Hogan. And the ball's on the ground. And the Steelers appear to have the recovery. Pittsburgh has it. It's Jarvis Jones.
That's what they need, an emotional start. Chris Hogan never saw Jarvis Jones coming from the outside, and what they want to do today, the number one key about the Steelers defense, Keith Butler, the defensive coordinator, said it, tackle the catch. And that was a good way to start to carry out that game plan, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, you're not kidding. As Jarvis Jones tackled the football and then made the recovery.
I know the Steelers are, they're going to review this to see if it was a catch.
Did he possess it long enough? Did Hogan have it long enough? Because, of course, he
did. It's just now, was he down before the football came out? A couple questions there. You can, of course, review both of those. Well, it's definitely a catch. He caught it.
And turned
it's
upfield.
Running. Yes.
Yep. Watch the shin.
Well, you're the one pretty hot today making picks, Jim Nance. So you tell me. Pick this when it's really close. I think you hear this all the time. You watch games. If it's not decisive, they will not overturn the call on the field.
Well, that's where he's down. Is the ball out yet? That's the question. It's one of those that's so close you might have to go with the call on the field, is your point. So they'll try to piece it together from several angles.
Is the football coming out already?
What point do you declare him down, right?
Yeah, I think that as I look at it, I just go, they're going to stay with it. My guess is they'll stay with the call on the field.
After review, the ruling on the field stands as called. It was a fumble recovered by Pittsburgh, first down.
How about this? The Patriots, they, of course, got word from up top that they thought this would be reversed, and they were coming back out onto the field. But Craig Rolstad, they stay with the call. And it'll be Pittsburgh football at the New England 45.
Well, Mike Tomlin said we got to come out, be very emotional and physical. So when you say things like that, you're talking to your offensive line and your whole defense.
Takes in the direction of Bell, goes downfield, open target. That's Antonio Brown for 24.
Good play design, run formation. They're going to have both receivers go across the field. Hayward Bay clears it out, and then you see Antonio Brown. Look at that big hole in the middle. This is a very big offensive line. Good pass protectors. Plenty of time for Landry Jones to make the throw down the field.
And the football now rests right at the 20.
Landry Jones, I know it's just a few plays, but...
And a pre-snap penalty against Pittsburgh.
False start, offense, number 74. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Steeler offense, Villanueva at left tackle. Hubbard in for Marcus Gilbert, who's inactive with an ankle. Antonio Brown's never caught a touchdown from anyone other than Ben Roethlisberger. 43 career touchdown receptions. And there's Big Ben. At first they were saying short time of action he would miss, and it went to 4 to 6 weeks, and now we're hearing reports today it could be maybe 2 to 3. As Bell takes it back to the 19. He got the penalty back +1. Matt Patricia's defense. Sheard, who played on this field in college for the University of Pittsburgh. He can rush the quarterback. Collins, he's up today. He's had limited time in practice with a hip injury. Malcolm Butler's first career start came against the Steelers in the Thursday kickoff to the season game a year ago. And he's matched up on Brown, who already has 2 catches. 2nd and 9. Again, hesitating and then trying to take off, but getting stacked up. It's Bell for 3. You were about to say what you've seen as you see Sammy Coates going in early. He's had a finger injury. a couple of weeks ago. So
right.
He's headed in. But what are you going to say about what you've seen out of Landry?
Well, Landry Jones, look, he's got to be the most seasoned, prepared backup maybe in the NFL. We talked about it yesterday, you and I, Jim. All the repetitions he gets in preseason, off-season, OTAs. And, of course, he started a couple games, too. So he's very confident he can do the job today.
Here is a 3rd and 6. And Jones goes toward the end zone and is intercepted by Butler, who again was on Antonio Brown, and he got the position. Want to welcome those of you who saw the Raiders win down in Jacksonville. You joined us just in time to see an end zone interception by New England's Malcolm Butler.
They're going to match up today, Malcolm Butler, Antonio Brown, and that time you saw the release by Antonio Brown. It was excellent. Landry Jones has got to throw that a little quicker to the back right corner of the end zone. He underthrew it. Malcolm Butler made the interception. Great. Another nice play by him.
It's the first time that Landry Jones has been intercepted at home in 26 career pass attempts. First down for Brady and the Patriots, and that's Edelman stretching it out for about 10. Jim Nantz, Bill Sims, Tracy Wolfson here in Pittsburgh. The Patriots had already turned it over. Chris Hogan fumbled. It was recovered by Jarvis Jones, who had forced it. And then just after the Steelers got down to the 20 on a pass play to Antonio Brown, Landry Jones gets intercepted as he tries to go back to Brown in the end zone. So we had a couple of turnovers, one by each side, in a 2-minute and 24-second span. 2nd and 1 to sneak the first down, picked up by Brady. Tom Brady's offensive line anchored on that left side by Nate Solder. And Rob Gronkowski coming off the biggest game of his career by yardage, 162 receiving yards against Cincinnati last week. Gronkowski, who's had big numbers in his career against the Steelers, actually played his senior year of high school football here in the Pittsburgh area at Woodland Hills High School.
Well, we look at this offense. They spread you out so many different formations. The Steelers got to have this in their mindset. Bend but don't break. That's the key to this game. Make them kick field goals.
Blunt with the carry. The former Steeler back in 2014, so hard to tackle, and he's able to move the pile for 7. Ricardo Matthews starts for Cameron Hayward, who is out with a hamstring injury. Vince Williams gets the start. Shazier is up, but he's been not able to go 100% with a knee. And William Gay is one of those in the secondary. His last 5 interceptions, Gay, have all gone for pick sixes. 2nd and 3, again to Blunt. He's got good yardage again, a big chunk out to about the 48, running behind Gronkowski. And let's visit the sideline for the first time. Tracy, down to you.
Well, Jim, it's been hard for Sammy Coates to follow up on that impressive Week 5 performance because he's dealing with a cut and a fracture on that left hand. He had it taped coming into this game, but he already re-injured it on that first drive. He's in the locker room right now.
Boy, he's been a big play threat for them, Coates, with their 6th longest receptions for the Steelers this season. 1st and 10, 3rd straight carry for Blunt. And Jarvis Jones rides him down after a pickup of 3.
Well, we talked about this offense, and you know, the play before, Rob Gronkowski made a great block against Stephon Tuitt, got LeGarrette Blunt for those extra yards, and you take him out, and you think, oh man, oh wait, let's put in Michael Bennett, maybe the 2nd best tight end in the NFL. What a combination. What do you do when they're both on the field on the defensive side? Do you play them like wide receivers or tight ends? You lose no matter what you do.
Over to Edelman. Edelman. Players on him right away, and they knock him back a couple yards. It's Timmons who read that one all the way. Be the first to know your team's news with the CBS Sports app. Get instant updates, expert analysis, highlights, and more. Download the CBS Sports app today.
Martellus Bennett. Sorry, I got the brothers mixed up.
And there's Cameron Hayward again. He's inactive today. And that's a big miss for them. Nagging hamstring injury. 3rd and 9. That last play lost a couple. James White along with Brandon Bergen flanking Brady. White was great out of the backfield last week, and Brady has pressure. And now he's going to roll out. and unload it, and that's White. And he got both feet down. Pick up a 13 and a first.
Tremendous pass protection. James White comes out of the backfield. So look how long this takes for him to get open along the sideline. Tom Brady making sure nobody was trailing him so he can't get hit from behind. And fumble. Are the feet in? Yes, they're way in.
Boy, was Brady effusive last night in our production meeting, praising the abilities of James White, who caught 2 touchdowns last week in the victory over the Bengals. Here's Blunt. Off right tackle. Timmons tackles him after a gain of 9. And give Joe Tooney, the rookie out of North Carolina State, some credit for that. Big opening for Blunt. Tom Brady, in his last 10 October starts, he's won them all, and 31 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Well, look, he's a good player. We don't have to say that. He's a Hall of Famer, maybe the greatest to ever play the position of quarterback in the NFL. But right now, at his level, he's playing as good as throwing the football well, physically good. But the offensive line, the weapons he has, this offense should be great.
2nd and 1, and look at Jarvis Jones. He's been in on at least 3 plays, including the forced fumble and recovery. That lost 1.
Number 95 reads it quick. These are the type of plays they need. They need to make some dynamic plays. Pittsburgh really doesn't have that guy, that pass rusher that scares you. Their best one, Cameron Hayward, is out. And their other dynamic playmaker, Shazier, is just going to be able to play part-time today.
3rd and a long 2. Don't pick up any yardage. It'll be a field goal of 49 or 50. Brady's in trouble. Steps up, fakes, and is able to freeze the defense long enough to scramble for the first down.
How about that? You don't account for this. They change it up. They go with the blitz. Timmons comes inside. Nobody open as Brady looks. Gronkowski was open over the middle. Couldn't seem because of the blitz. Good job scrambling, getting the first down. So 2 scrambles by Tom Brady, keeping this drive going.
Yeah, and he also had the quarterback sneak on 2nd and 1, and that one right there, he's rushed now for a pair of first downs on this series. Gives it to Blunt, trying that right side, which was effective the last time, but not this time. Gain of only 1.
Well, you think about the Patriots, you know they're just going to come out and throw the football now. When they played this Pittsburgh Steelers defense in years past, you remember last year they just came out, they throw it almost every single down. Today, a little different approach, trying to be physical, running the football.
Well, they opened the season, these 2 last year. The kickoff Thursday game at Gillette Stadium, Brady threw 4 touchdowns, no picks, 28-21 New England win. 2nd and 9. And that's Edelman with Timmons holding on. Ball advanced inside the 20, gain of 7.
Great short passing game the Patriots have, especially when you have Edelman, Amendola. You always have to worry about the running backs. And then you have 2 tight ends who can cross the field, go up the field also. So it's, what do? That's what you see. With the linebackers in the middle like Timmons will have to make a lot of good tackles like that today.
Those tight ends, Gronkowski and Bennett, have not been targeted yet. 13th play of this drive, and it's a 3rd and 2. Here's Brady setting up the screen to White. Got a blocker in front, cuts back. He's found the end zone for the touchdown. "19-yard touchdown.
The left guard, Joe Tooney, is the guy that makes this play work. Of course, the timing of the play, the execution, everything. But the left guard, Joe Tooney, watch number 62 as he gets outside in front, takes down Timmons to the ground. And then James White, everybody else, their focus is on covering the receivers and tight ends down the field. Nobody there to make the tackle.
This drive came on the heels of Butler's interception in the end zone. And then New England covers the 80 yards. Almost took half a quarter of action, 7:23 on that drive. And Gostowski adds the extra point. Butler got it started. Got the pick. White had 2 touchdowns last week. He's got another one in the first quarter today.
General, there's been a breach. We need your password so we can lock down the system.
My password?
Yes, sir, we need your password.
The password that I use?
Yes, sir, your password.
There's been another breach.
Sir.
Right, okay. IHATEMYJOB1.
I hate my job. One?
Want to get away? Now you can with Southwest fares as low as $59 one way. Yes to low fares with nothing to hide. That's transparency.
There you see Brady's career numbers against this team, the Steelers, 25-3. But you take the last 5 games plus this 1 quarter, he's now got 18 touchdowns and no picks in the last 5 games and 1 quarter.
Short kickoff, going to make him return it inside the 5.
It's Toussaint in the 6. And got out to about the 28. McCourty in on that. Landry Jones coming back out after throwing a pick on his last pass. How can a tech billionaire change the world of medicine? Pure genius. Don't miss the new drama premiering Thursday, 10/9 Central, only CBS. Bell in the backfield carried it 3 times for 9 yards. He was suspended last year for the game against the Patriots. Week 1 encounter. And he's got a couple here. And listening to Mike Tomlin in our visit with him, he emphasized this, saying about his team, we've got to possess the ball.
Got to shorten this football game. That's what they want to do. So you're putting a lot of the emphasis on that offensive line. You got maybe the best running back all around in the NFL, Le'Veon Bell. New England very worried about the size of Pittsburgh's offensive line. Could they get off the blocks?
2nd and 8, they take to Bell and go long. One-on-one coverage, and it's drawing a flag as they were trying to go deep to Hayward Bay. Eric Rowe was the defender. Hayward Bay, who had that 60-yard run for a touchdown last week against Miami.
This is going against Pittsburgh, maybe.
Yeah, they're retreating.
Well, the ball was very underthrown by
Pass interference. Offense, number 88. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay, 2nd down.
When you watch it down the sidelines, you can see the arm of Hayward Bay is on the chest of Rowe. Oh, yes, that's a good call. And if the football was thrown out in front, he would not have used that arm. He would have just kept running because he did have about a half a step or some leverage on Eric Rowe. So Landry Jones twice has made underthrows that have hurt the team.
Hayward Bay says, that was on me? And the Patriots take the penalty yardage instead of declining and making it 3rd and 8. It's 2nd and 18. Underneath, what a hit. Oh, that was Hightower. The wallop David Johnson. Gain of 5, that's it.
Dante Hightower, Rob Ninkovich, both of them big linebackers, and they can move. And what does it do? They're all good tacklers. I've talked about that already. But when they blitz, think of their size, Jim. Jamie Collins, they blitz. They have running backs, sometimes tight ends trying to block them. That's great matchups for the Patriots in those situations. You
asked Landry Jones, what has he learned in the last year after those 2 starts in 2015? He says, I've learned I've got to be more decisive. Going to need to be that right here on 3rd and 13. Well, got him in underneath. It is Antonio Brown. He was trying to tiptoe toward the 1st down yardage, but still the angle ends, and they're off the field again.
Yeah, it's better to be more decisive than right. And, you know, being an ex-quarterback, it is true. Because if you really believe in what you see, it's going to make you physically play better. So it's a good thing to go by or put in your mind if you're a quarterback.
So again, Edelman stands back near the 15. Barry's 2nd punt. And a fair catch. Edelman after the 50-yard boot. A flag. Back at the line of scrimmage. And the signal against New England. That was coming on a 4th and 4 play.
Illegal formation. Punting team. Not enough men on the line of scrimmage. That's a 5-yard penalty. Replay. 4th down.
You know, a lot of teams would say, oh, we'll take the 5 yards or whatever. Not Bill Belichick. And when he looks at it, ex-special teams coach, Joe Judge, now the special teams coach for the Patriots.
As he examines the photos, he's going old school now. He wants to go back to just looking at the stills, but yep, that was a 50-yard punt. So he's going to make him do it again. He's got one of the most dangerous returners in the game.
Well, they spend a lot of time on special teams in New England, and they pride themselves. And you look at the numbers, and however you want to judge them, it comes out this. The Patriots are always good on special teams.
You saw Roethlisberger counseling Jones on the bench, pointing out a few things on the tablet. Perry with another beautiful punt. In fact, this one's even deeper and goes out of bounds. Remember, Edelman had made the fair catch at the 16, and that's exactly where they're going to be. Anyway, great punt by Barry.
Well, Jim, let's look at our next-gen stats. It's about the tight ends in New England. Weeks 1 through 4. 31% of the time they had 2 tight ends on the field. The last 2 weeks, 53% of the time, when they put them together, what do? Is it a run because they're good run blockers? Oh, it's a play action, and they get wide open down the field. So the combination together on the field is dynamic and good.
Here's Blunt on 1st down, and he is pushed back. They got back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. As Moats and Tuitt combine on the tackle.
Stephon Tuitt, 91. They need him to be big in that run game to stop it.
First time we're seeing Ryan Shazier in the lineup for the Pittsburgh defense.
Of course, that helps. You need speed, especially at linebacker and your coverage guys against this New England offense. So Shazier, a big addition coming back on the field.
Gronkowski on the right side on 2nd and 10. And that's Edelman again. Grabbing hold of it right at the sticks. Going to be a 1st down to close out the quarter. 7-0 New England. After 1, you're watching the NFL on CBS. Edelman did not have enough for the 1st down. Inches shy. 3rd down as we start the 2nd quarter. And Blunt picks through a tiny opening and has that 1st down with ease. Gain of 9.
Well, he just takes his time. We got a double team on the left side. Joe Tooney and Nate Solder and LeGarrette Blunt, just like we see with Le'Veon Bell. And we see it more and more, don't we, Jim? They just wait and they make the linebackers commit. The offensive linemen stay in their block, and they pick up those extra yards because of patience.
Hogan on the near side. His first snap since fumbling on the Patriots' first play of the game, which he fumbled after the catch. 1st down pass, Brady to Edelman, who slides down at the 45, and now Brady has hit on his first 8 throws of the game.
Well, look at the middle of the field. If you look at it, there's nobody there but linebackers. So Edelman crossing the field, it's going to be tough. He's going to break one of those for a long gain if he keeps staying in that defense.
Already with 5 catches, Julian Edelman. Again, Brady 8 for 8. He set a single-game career high of 19 straight completions in the game against Pittsburgh last year. And 1st down, stepping up in the pocket. And again, for this, well, it's Hogan. Thrown down by Burns. And the flag comes out.
Well, once again, it's a good call. Burns picks him up, slams him to the ground. That was excessive, so.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense on the tackle. Slamming the player into the ground. It's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
Burns, their first-round pick out of Miami, adds another 15 after the 13-yard pass play to Hogan. Still have not seen a pass thrown in the direction of Gronkowski nor Bennett.
Well, that's until they're splitting them out, throwing them inside to Edelman.
Coming back over to White, and ball comes out. That was Shazier, and that speed you referred to, as he saw it, and boy, did he get there in a hurry.
Yep, that's what they need. Plays like that, but you say, yeah, they haven't targeted the tight ends because the Patriots are splitting them out, both tight ends. They put Edelman in the middle, so again, there's nothing in there to stop Edelman from making those short catches and running with the football.
That goes down as the first incompletion of the game for Brady.
Watch it.
And it's a 2nd and 10 from the Pittsburgh 27. We got another yellow marker.
False start. Offense, number 62. 5-yard penalty. Second down.
First penalty against the Patriots.
Yeah, sure.
Gronkowski, the only tight end on this play.
Sure.
On a wing to the right on 2nd and 15.
58, Lion!
And over to Edelman. A little short gain to the 26. We're going to head to New York for the update.
A 50-yarder to Julio Jones sets this up.
Yeah, and this is what you call splitting the safeties right down the middle of the tight end. Jacob Tamme, 17-yard completion for the touchdown. Atlanta is up 13-10 over the Chargers.
Back to Jim Nance.
All right, fellas, thank you. New England 4 for 4 on 3rd down, but it's 3rd and 9. Needing to get to the 17 for the first. Brady, all kinds of time, guns it, and he's got, well, ball's out. Gronkowski, they say he was down. Now the officials now actually have differing views on it. If it's a catch and he's down, it's a gain of 13.
It's a blitz. Across the middle, does he have possession of the football? Going to the ground. I think it's a completion.
On the field is a completed pass for a first down.
He was down on the ground long enough. We had a play just like this the other night, Jim, where Mike Tomlin's going to challenge it. Clean catch. Taking him to the ground. He has to keep it once he hits the ground. Did he have it long enough once he was on his back?
Well, the Steelers are going to
Pittsburgh is challenged in ruling on the field of a catch.
See what it looks like full speed. Do you think he has it long enough once he hits the ground?
Ruling on the field, complete pass for the first down to the 13. Roll stats looked at it. Let's see after the Pittsburgh
After
challenge.
review, the ruling on the field stands as called. The receiver completed the catch and was down by contact before the defender knocked the ball out of his arms. It'll be first down and 10, New England. Pittsburgh will be charged with a first timeout.
Well, you heard it. The catch, control, to the ground, has it. And I think, I'm just not keeping count, Jim. I think I'm 13 for 13 this year in these decisions.
So, is that right? We'll keep tabs on that now. Now that you've given the updated
Look at the Patriots, 10 first downs. Pittsburgh only 10 plays. Everything that Pittsburgh wanted to do, the Patriots are doing.
Blunt on first down. Butts heads with Harrison. He's to the 7.
They got a tight end. And you got 2 tight ends, but Rob Gronkowski can do everything. He can catch the football, he can run, he can get open. Watch 87 and 88 to the outside. And that's why Bennett Lets him go inside. Gronk gets the other side, and you run in between them. That's pretty awesome.
2nd and 4. Blunt, double step move, and dives ahead. 1st and goal.
What did Bill Belichick, though, just to talk about these tight ends some more, really unusual that a team has two this good. He goes, it's hard to find one that can do really any of the things you want. They can block, they can catch, they can run, and they can. The biggest thing is they can run and get open one-on-one.
You got Mitchell to the right. 1st and goal. Blunt into the end zone for the touchdown.
And you know where the football's going. You got double tight ends to the left. Quick snap. Pittsburgh really not even ready that time. You always have to be ready for the quick snaps and the hurry-ups when you play this New England offense. And that was one of the other big keys for this Pittsburgh defense. Be ready for the tempo. Well, they weren't there at that time on that play. And it's, what's it go back to? What did Tom Brady say last night about their offense to us? He called it a library. He goes, we got about a 10-year library working here. And if you want to be part of this offense, that phrase, oh, he's just a dumb football player, that's not going to hold true in New England. Hold true anywhere.
Gostkowski, extra point is good. That's an 84-yard drive after an 80-yard touchdown drive. They put up the last 11 first downs, and they put up 14 points. And this crowd is quiet in Pittsburgh. After the Patriots fumbled on their first play of the game, they've been unstoppable. They've run 24 of the last 27 plays in the game.
Josh McDaniels talking to Tom Brady, Julian Edelman. Julian, there's another way you can get open.
In this kick, purposely kept short of the end zone to force him to run it out to Sonic. And both times they've done that, they've gotten past the 25. That's a 28-yard run back, but Pittsburgh needs some answers. Fourth drive, if you call it a drive. And for the Steelers, they've had only one first down to this point.
91? No, 50. 50.
Talked about it. What do they want to do? Run the ball, possess the ball, be accurate throwing it on third downs, all the things they haven't done yet. Because we've seen when Tom Brady gets on the field, pretty good.
Jones pass out of reach for Grimble. Let's go down to Tracy.
Well, Jim, we see Ben Roethlisberger down here trying to help Landry Jones as much as possible. I had a chance to speak with him during pregame warm-ups where he was actually throwing passes. He told me it just kills him not to be out here today, but he told me he's going to start rehab work at the facility tomorrow. I asked him realistically, when can he come back? And he said, you know, it's a long season. I'm going to take it week by week, but he said if this was the playoffs, I'd be out there. Jim?
How about that? He always seems to come back sooner than you think. They have a bye week coming up, and then November the 6th at Baltimore. 2nd and 10, Jones. There's a pass on the money for Brown. He raced away from Malcolm Butler this time, and he picks up 51 yards, his longest catch of the season.
He goes all the way across the field. Goes up, and then he goes out. Excellent protection. It was a really good play-action fake by Landry Jones, so that extra time allowed Antonio Brown to get deep for that big catch. He does just a couple things. It's either really short or really deep. Of course, that was a deep one.
Yep, that was a good one, too. As Bell bobs and weaves near the 15, give him 5. Your weekend starts on Thursday when Jacksonville tangles with Tennessee. Only on NFL Network. We'll kick off Week 8 in Nashville. Again, only NFL Network. Jacksonville and Tennessee. We'll see you Thursday night.
I'm excited to be there. I really want to watch the quarterbacks, watch that game, but I hope they don't wear those uniforms.
Oh, they're
I just
color rush, man.
Summed it up really quick there.
They'll be back. 2nd and 5. It's Bell trying to get past Long. And and Butler the last to make contact with him after a gain of a couple.
Excellent job by Long on the outside. Just kept the edge and didn't let Le'Veon Bell. They're so good at this. Watch number 95, Chris Long. Takes it on, keeps his outside shoulder free. You know, if you want to get to the bench, let runs get outside of it. If you're the guy that's supposed to be containing, Bill Belichick will take you out and put somebody else in. So that's one reason why they're good at it.
It's third down. 3rd and 4. Bell in a slot to the right. Kobe Hamilton wide to the right. Jones looking that way now. Looking left to the end zone. And it is caught! Touchdown! Darius Hayward-Bay pulls it down. The official was right there and said both feet were in.
Excellent route. Got both feet down. And what happened is, what are they going to do down near the goal line? The Patriots are going to double team your best 2 wide receivers. And that time they jumped on Antonio Brown. That left Hayward-Bay one-on-one. Down at the bottom of the screen, watch Antonio Brown. As he comes out, there they all go towards him. Leaves Hayward-Bay one-on-one.
2 really strong passes by Jones on that drive. The 51-yarder to Brown and that one to Hayward-Bay. Back-to-back weeks, touchdowns for Hayward-Bay. Last week he had the longest run for a touchdown by a receiver in Pittsburgh history. 60 yards out. Today he scores on a catch. The Natural History Museum here in Pittsburgh as Jones suddenly able to pump some life into Pittsburgh with that drive.
Got the crowd pumped. The crowd was like dying out a little bit, trying to get their defense going.
Boswell earns the touchback. You mentioned about Landry Jones saying, I got to be more decisive. He also said, you know, I think in pass play, I've tried to be too perfect. I need to just cut it loose. It almost looked like he was cutting it loose right there.
He did, especially on the long pass down the sideline to Antonio Brown. He just relaxed and just let it go, and that is always important. So hard for backup quarterbacks to play with great freedom because everybody expects them to do what, Jim? Come in and, you know, be perfect. Don't make a mistake. Those type of things. And what else did he say this week to coach and other players? Hey, don't panic. I'll be all right.
Became a big thing around here. He didn't really mean to make that much of it. Said it in passing to D'Angelo Williams, and next thing you know,
it's headlines across the country.
Exactly. Funny how that happens as Blunt works the middle for 2. Saturday, the best game from the best conference. It's Florida and Georgia. Next Saturday, Gators, the Bulldogs. It all begins with CBS College Football Special and College Football Today.
But you know, I'm going to go back to Landry Jones real quick. People constantly say, well, the backup quarterback, and the expectations like they're going to come in there and play exactly like the starter is unrealistic, especially when you're backing up Ben Roethlisberger.
2nd and 8. And the Steelers defense had that one well defended. That's the first pass anywhere near in the area of Bennett.
Ricardo Matthews got some pressure on Tom Brady, made him get rid of it before he wanted to. Number 90, Ricardo Matthews, tried to do that sellout play action fake, and Pittsburgh recognized it, and they were all over it.
Well, the Pittsburgh defense needs to make a stop on 3rd down because the Patriots are perfect, 5 for 5 on 3rd down. Third and 8, pocket time, and dropped. Would have been a first for Bolden.
Yep, they were expecting blitz. They had 2 backs in the backfield. It was not a blitz, so Tom Brady had all the time in the world to throw the football. Look at that, nobody's open. He knows his outlet is Bolden in the right flat. That was an easy first down that was dropped.
So a break for the Steelers. Bolden's miscue, and Ryan Allen. This one came off the foot awkwardly, and they're racing past the 40, approaching midfield.
Oh, that was a pull hook.
Yes, for the left-footed booter. 25 yards is all it traveled before going out of bounds at the Steelers' 47. Here's a look at our nationwide Skycam as the Steelers break huddle, having just driven down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it.
That's the mic, ain't it? Yeah, that's the mic.
It's Bell with a wiggle. And 1 yard.
Well, you kind of talked about it, Jim. At first, I think Landry Jones came out. He talked about it to us, trying to be too perfect. Ben Roethlisberger said, hey, just loosen up and let it go. Made 2 wonderful throws on that last drive. Yeah, that's how I would do it. But that has to give you confidence. Even though he's been here for a few years, and we talked about all the reps he gets in preseason, the snaps, the throws. There's nothing like game action. Seemed pretty calm and relaxed with us yesterday and confident about what was going to go on in this game today for him.
Play action. Now dumps it off to Bell, his first catch. And look at Collins. Had him up in the air, and a teammate then put in an extra shot, and there is a flag.
Well, but they called this on Hightower for coming in late and getting the hit.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Defense number 54. That's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
You hear the whistle here. And with the 15 yards, the football moves all the way to the New England 33. Shotgun time on first down. Bell got away from Hightower and around Chung, and then takes Rowe with them to the 20. What a run there by Le'Veon Bell. Beat Hightower, beat Chung, and then carried Rowe for an additional 4 yards.
66. David DeCastro got Hightower on the outside and sealed him in, and then Le'Veon Bell did the rest. But the block by DeCastro on Hightower got this started, and Le'Veon Bell can make people miss in the open field.
First down from the 21. Bell waits, goes outside, falls forward for 2. It's a big week on CBS Late Night. Tomorrow, Colbert's All New with Tom Hanks. And then Tuesday, James Corden's got a new carpool karaoke with Lady Gaga. Only CBS. You mentioned all of the experience or lack of experience that backup quarterbacks get. The last 2-3 seasons, Landry Jones has gotten more work than maybe any quarterback in the league.
Absolutely.
2nd and 8. Quick pass over to Brown. Shoved out by Rowe. Now Jones in 2015, they had the extra game because of the Hall of Fame game. But he had 129 attempts in the preseason. And then he came back this year with another 59 in the 2016 preseason.
When you have a good football team, you got to give your team insurance. And your insurance is your backup quarterback to make sure the quality of play doesn't go down too much once your starter's out there, especially a team like this. And they run an offense that's so quarterback dominant where they make the plays and they expect them to make a lot of tough throws too.
Jones drafted in 2013 out of Oklahoma in the 4th round. It's 3rd and 3. Got the first down and a touchdown, but there is a penalty marker. Hayward Bay into the end zone. Will it be his 2nd touchdown of the quarter?
Let's see if they call this on Chris Hubbard.
Holding. Offense, number 74. 10-yard penalty replay. Third down.
Chris Hubbard getting his third start today at right tackle for the inactive Marcus Gilbert.
Top of the screen against Jamie Collins, and he had his hands around him. Jamie Collins was slipping. But Hubbard, who's really done a good job when he's in there, his pass protection has been good. Taking the place for Marcus Gilbert, who's hurt.
Timeout, New England.
Timeout, New England. This is a 30-second timeout.
Well, once again, you keep putting all that attention to Antonio Brown. You're seeing other guys taking advantage of it, and that's what you have to do. And Tomlin, what did he say about his team? Man, we got to be emotional and physical. That's how we do. The biggest way we can win this football game. Of course, he's always pretty fired up. But after the way they played in Miami last week,
he said they didn't spend a lot of time talking about to the team who is not going to be playing. I'm going to focus my time, said Tomlin, building up those who are.
That's right. Well, in other words, let's don't think that we don't have a chance just because Ben's not playing.
And it's not just Ben. It's Marcus Wheaton, DeAngelo Williams, Gilbert you just mentioned.
Right.
Cameron Hayward. Some big-time talent. All inactive. 3rd and 13. Good time for Jones. He fires it. And the only one there was McCourty. It'll bring out Boswell.
Top of the screen's Antonio Brown. Reading the eyes of the quarterback, so there was really nowhere to go as he thought Antonio Brown was going to be singled up. But when you look at him too quick, that's what you got to learn as a quarterback, to look it off. Looked at him too quick, the under coverage was there.
Only the 6th attempt of the season for Boswell. Fewest of any full-time kicker in the league. And from 42, it is no good. Steelers come away empty. They had a touchdown called back because of a holding call, and then the missed field goal from 42 yards away. Inside 5 minutes to go first half, and the Patriots lead it 14-7. And that ball deflected at the line of scrimmage.
Well, why have we seen the tight ends not catch the football? And Julian Edelman, they're using them almost like decoys. They go up the field, Edelman comes underneath, and it puts him one-on-one with the linebackers. And we talked about it. That's why he has 6 catches so far today. Pretty good plan.
Meanwhile, Gronkowski with the 1 catch. Bennett's been targeted once, even though the pass was nowhere near him. 2nd and 10, and make that a 7th catch, Phil, as Edelman brings it out to nearly the 40, gain of 7.
Well, there it was again, Jim, so it's
same play.
Same play. Julian Edelman, you know, you think about it, started with Wes Welker, right? And then they get him from Miami. I said, why did you trade for Wes Welker? I asked Bill Belichick last night. He goes, because we couldn't cover him.
Yep, couldn't stop him.
Couldn't stop him, so they, of course, they filled in with Julian Edelman, Danny Amendola.
Here's White rejoining the backfield, 3rd and 3. Brady now, pocket breaks down, and he's becoming a threat in the running game.
He's a dual threat quarterback.
No kidding.
Listen, he moved out of the pocket on 3rd down, threw it down the field to White for a first, scrambled for a first, and here he is once again. Of course, he did the quarterback sneak, but look inside. Good tight coverage that time. That was awesome by Vince Williams. Then you look up top, nobody's open.
Brady has rushed in this game for 3 first downs.
So they have to, when I look at Pittsburgh, yeah, 3 first downs, excellent job by him. Patriots need to go deep to loosen this defense up a little.
Blunt. No gain. Vince Williams, who had the great coverage you showed on the replay on Gronkowski, comes up and makes the play.
Well, look how tight this is. Coverage is fairly tight, and they're creeping up, and they're just, hey, what are they doing? They're getting a feel for the game. That's what you always hear. Keith Butler said, we just got to get a feel for the tempo, the speed of the receivers, everything, and then adjust as we go along. And the big short, covering the short routes that the Patriots love to throw.
2nd and 10, 2.5 to play. Set up a screen to Blunt. And that tackle by Williams. Otherwise, Blunt might have kicked it in gear and been able to move a pile to a first down. It's going to be 3rd down instead. 3rd and 3 from the 50. And they're going to let it run down to the 2-minute warning. New England 14, Pittsburgh 7. You're watching the NFL on CBS. The Verizon halftime report with JB, Tony, Bart Boomer, Coach Cowher. Scores and highlights. Preview of Thursday Night Football on NFL Network coming up. Verizon halftime report. 3rd and 3. Patriots have 2 timeouts.
Read it! Can they get pressure on Tom Brady?
Haven't seen much of it today to this point. Oh, and Edelman this time drops a first down. Well, there is a penalty marker back in the area where Brady released the football.
Holding. Offense, number 69. That penalty's declined. The result of the play is 4th down.
'69, Shaq Mason. Ooh, and Tom Brady gets hit a little low.
Well, that's 2 drives that have come to a halt for New England, although there was a penalty on that one. The drop by Bolden, the drop by Edelman, which would have been wiped out anyway. In this case, Allen end over end, and a dead bounce at the 5. 44-yard punt. This time Allen gets it done. With NFL Game Pass, replay the games you missed with condensed games in 45 minutes or the full broadcast versions. Get the new mid-season offer today at NFL.com/Game Pass. Steelers have 2 timeouts. 1 minute 47 seconds.
Let's see if this could be a touchback. He touched it, knocked it into the end zone, but they're saying he stepped out of bounds.
Now the officials inside 2 minutes.
Inside
the
2
previous
minutes.
Play
yes.
is under review.
And Mike Tomlin and
you saw Darius Hayward-Bay was unhappy with it immediately, and now they'll go back and review it. Mike Tomlin and the Steelers hoping that upon further review they'll get the ball at the 20.
I think I'm going to be 14 for 14.
After reviewing the play, the player who touched the punt was not out of bounds. The ball continued in the end zone, therefore it is touchback. It'll be 1st down and 10 at the 20-yard line.
This completely changes Pittsburgh's strategy here in the last 147.
Brandon Bolden was running down there. I think he thought he was just going to catch it and run out of bounds, and he went to catch it, missed it, and then kicked it into the end zone. That's why it's a touchback.
Now you think about what Pittsburgh would have been doing back at the 6-yard line, trying to get perhaps the Patriots just to burn their timeouts and try to avoid any time to do something before the half. Now maybe they can do something with it as Bell Again, there appeared to be nothing there. He managed to find 7 yards off that carry, maybe 8.
Side to side, he's just incredible. Johnson got in the backfield, the penetration. Oh boy, Le'Veon Bell, just to think, I saw him at Michigan State. He was about 240-some pounds. Now, you know, we made him yesterday 215 pounds, so much quicker and shiftier than he was in college. I think when Mike Tomlin met him for the first time, it's the first thing he said, you know, if we draft you, drop some weight, be a different type of runner.
Here comes Butler on the blitz, and the pass dumped off to Bell. 5 Patriots around him. And now the Steelers got to call a timeout. And they do. 55 seconds to go, first half. 1 timeout remaining for the Steelers. Bell gets out of bounds. Pushed out by Ryan. It took 6 seconds, gained 7 yards. And since that interception in the end zone, Landry Jones is 8 out of 10, including a touchdown.
Yeah, he's done a really good job. Definitely settled down after that interception. Todd Haley doing an excellent job, too, calling plays and keeping him in rhythm, and keeping this New England defense a little off balance. A lot of movement, a lot of different formations.
2nd and 3 from the 45. Deep pass, and Hamilton tried to pull it in with one hand. Ryan was there defending.
Beautiful throw by Landry Jones. He threw it high and kept it right in the spot that he wanted, but Logan Ryan couldn't free up that second hand. He had his left wrist, and he couldn't use 2 hands to catch it. So New England, Logan Ryan got away with one.
You could see Roethlisberger on the sideline with his arms in the air saying, like, where's the flag? 3rd and 3. That'll pick up the first. Hayward Bay trying to get his footing to the New England side of the field, and Jones is going to preserve that 1 timeout. And spikes it at 25 seconds.
They're doing an excellent job. I talked about formations, and you'll see Hayward Bay is to the inside. So if you're trying to cover him, you got to fight your way through 2 players for their team and your own defensive players. So kind of, you know, nice and simple. They would do it with Ben Roethlisberger also, but I think that for this game plan for Landry Jones, a lot of different looks, but the same plays. That's what you want to do. Matt Patricia, defensive coordinator for the Patriots.
2nd and 10. Need another 10 to 15 yards. Going to get it right here with Bell splitting the defenders down to the 23. And they sprint to the line and still haven't called the timeout. Picked up 22. And now the timeout is called at 15 seconds. Their final one.
David DeCastro. Boy, he's glad to see anybody. Here he is, number 66. Watch, he gets outside, makes the block on the person that's covering Le'Veon Bell. That was Devin McCourty, the safety. When you think about DeCastro, Jim, he played against Ndamukong Suh last week.
Oh, what a stretch.
Geno Atkins, Muhammad Wilkerson, Fletcher Cox, Dontari Poe. Not that the day was easy, but
how about the way this game has changed? It was 14-0 New England with back-to-back long touchdown drives. And then suddenly Jones throws his best pass, the 50-yarder to Antonio Brown, and then another one that was right where he wanted it.
Well, we're seeing talent and a lot of deception by the offense, and Landry Jones taking advantage of these play calls and the play designs.
He must be careful here without any timeouts. 15 seconds. And gets that much closer to Jesse James. That took only 4 seconds.
Yeah, beautiful throw. 3 wide receivers to the right. Jesse James to the left side by himself. It's got to be a perfect throw. Roll was right there. Tell him to think because of what? 11 seconds. That's right.
Landry Jones, 14 out of 19, 179 yards. To the end zone, look out. Almost picked again. Would have been the second time for Butler.
Wow.
He was waiting on it, it looked like.
That was risky, ill-advised.
They're going to bring out Boswell. Going to be a 32-yard attempt. 10 yards closer than the one he missed just a few minutes ago. Barry on the hold, and the kick is good. The last 10 points to the Steelers.
Well, what a recovery for this Pittsburgh Steelers football team, right? After that 14-0 start, you're sitting there going, they'll never stop this offense. That's what it looked like. And then they made some plays on the offensive side. Gave their defense a little rest.
Maybe through your eyes you didn't see the comeback, but you know, Landry Jones' mother, Kelly Jones, is on a book tour. She's not even getting a chance to watch this. She's listening on the radio. Her book is called Through Their Eyes. And she was doing a little book signing and speech this morning in Artesia, New Mexico. And along with Landry's father, Kevin, they were in the car making the drive back to Tulsa, about an 8-hour drive.
Listening to it on the radio. He's going to take the game and watch it when he got home.
His father, a huge Dallas Cowboys fan as a young boy, his dad, Kevin. So when it came time to name the son, named him after Tom Landry.
Not bad. Well, they'll be proud of the way he's come back here in the first half. Really, just an excellent job of running this offense. And it's, you don't look at it and think it's a backup quarterback in there for Pittsburgh. They're doing everything. And a solid first half by Landry Jones.
Amendola ends the first half. Quite a turnaround. Jones able to lead Pittsburgh from 14 down to make the score 14-10 Patriots at the intermission. Tracy, down to you.
Thanks a lot, Coach. 10 straight points, and it could have been even more. What have you seen from Landry Jones and your offense as this half went on?
You know, we can't be in the red zone twice and not come away with any points, and that's what's transpired. And really, that's where we're a little short in the first half of play. We threw a turnover in the red zone after we got put on the short field, and we came away with nothing there on the missed field goal. So that's the storyline of the first half from my perspective. It's not about Landry, it's about us.
Defensively, you've been able to contain the tight ends, but that opens up the middle for Edelman. How much does that concern you?
It doesn't. We can't allow them to have explosion plays. If we minimize the explosion plays, it'll give us a chance to keep the score down and win the game.
Appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
This is the 25th regular season meeting ever with the Patriots. The Steelers lead in regular season play 14-10 in matchups. But the score is 14-10 today, New England at halftime. You're watching the NFL on CBS. Brady with a touchdown pass to White. A touchdown run by LeGarrette Blount. And we take a look now at Who Are You Loving, presented by McDonald's. And then here comes the Pittsburgh touchdown. Landry Jones to Darius Hayward-Bay. Steelers added a field goal from 32 out by Boswell with 2 seconds to go in the first half. That's our score now, 14-10. And for a while, you wouldn't have thought that maybe at halftime it'd be this close the way the Patriots started here.
Yeah, well, it was a tough start, but Landry Jones rallied, threw the ball well. He's got to beat man-to-man coverage, which, hey, look, If anybody can beat man-to-man coverage, the Steelers can because of the speed they have on the outside. But the other story, Mike Tomlin talking to Tracy Wilson before halftime, our defense, we got to keep playing the way we are. We got to give them the short passes, and we got to tackle. That's the story.
So New England about to receive the third quarter kick. This is one of those games. It's only week 7, but you're talking about two of the elite programs on the AFC side, and if Pittsburgh found a way to win this game, the records would be identical. And who knows, down the road, this game could have something to do with playoff seeding and even home field come postseason time. And again, Boswell kicks it through the back of the end zone. Tracy, what did you hear at halftime?
Well, I spoke with Bill Belichick, and I asked him about getting the tight ends more involved, and he said we just need to get open more. I also asked him about Tom Brady and 3 rushes for 11 yards, and he said he has to make better decisions. Jim?
Well, he rushed, for 3 first downs. Gronkowski and Bennett last week, between them, 12 catches, 210 yards, and a touchdown. First half, 1 catch by Gronkowski for 13. Fake to White, and now shovel pass, and that was a dangerous one. As you saw, Javon Hargrave was in the area.
Jarvis Jones on the outside. Nice move inside. That's what they need. They need to find some way to get pressure on Tom Brady. To just go back real quick, Mike Tomlin said they're not going to just line up and start blitzing him and playing man-to-man coverage and give him a chance, as he calls them, flash plays or those deep throws down the field and make it easy.
Brady completed his first 9 passes today. He's 4 out of 10 since that time. Here it's 2nd and 10. Down the sideline and thrown in the direction of James White, who had Lawrence Timmons, the linebacker, on him.
Well, they love doing that. They love splitting the running back outside.
Offense, number 77. 10-yard penalty replay. 2nd down.
Solder flag for that.
They're going to take that against Jarvis Jones. 2 good pressures for him to start the second half. Good coverage by Lawrence Timmons outside against James White.
Watch it.
2nd and 20. Make the draw. And again, pressure. Brady able to tiptoe around, and then the flag down as they bring him down at the 18. That was Jarvis Jones who got there first. And there have been some adjustments by Pittsburgh at halftime to put pressure on Brady. We're seeing it now a number of plays in a row.
3 in a row. They try to play action fake, trying to fool the defense, but they do not go for it.
Holding. Offense, number 77. That penalty is declined. The result of the play is 3rd down.
Nate Solder gets the hold. Number 77 got beat inside a little bit. But it was a hard sell play action. Pulling linemen. And Pittsburgh penetrating that time. 4 rushers. That's all we've really seen against Tom Brady all night. No more than 4.
Boy, Jones got a swipe at him and then got back on his feet and was in on the tackle on a play that gained 3. It was not a sack. 3rd and 17. There's Bennett with his first catch. And he's taken down quickly by William Gay. And the Steeler defense takes him off the field quickly.
Well, emotion, being physical, tackle the catch. Those are all the phrases we heard from the Steelers. Saw a lot of that, all that come through on that series by the Patriots. I think I'm going to play tackle the announcer.
Wait a minute. Who do you have in mind?
Nobody. I can't take anybody down.
Antonio Brown steps up, waves an arm, and makes the fair catch at the 34. 43-yard punt. And back at the line of scrimmage, there is a penalty marker.
During the kick, holding. Return team number 45. That's a 10-yard penalty. Pittsburgh keeps the ball. Timeout.
So the Steelers will have their first series of the second half. Down 14-10. There are the Rooneys in the owner's box watching. And the Kraft family with Secretary Kerry. First and 10 from the 24. And Le'Veon Bell, who rushed for 40 yards in that first half, again continues to fight for every inch. He picks up another 7. He also had 4 catches for 43 yards that really help in the end. A couple of those catches set up that field goal right before the intermission.
Well, he's a franchise running back, no question. That was what that play illustrated. One of the things that worried the Patriots, the size of this offensive line that the Steelers have, they're aggressive and just getting mushed. That was just push the pile for an extra 3 or 4 yards.
You saw the graphic. They picked up 168 yards in the second quarter alone. And now here they come with the reverse. Landry Jones out there trying to throw a block, and high stepping it out of bounds is Antonio Brown. Gain of 13.
Yeah, you get him over pursuing. Marquise Pouncey, watch the center come out here and seal it off. They go flying across the field. Look out. Boy, Malcolm Butler.
Looked like Landry wanted to hit somebody. I think it made contact in the end with Pouncey. Yeah, right.
Ooh, it's going to hurt. Yeah, that's right. Get out of the way. You're the backup quarterback, and you're got to be confident. The offense, the crowd.
By the way, he is backed up by Zach Mettenberger, former Tennessee Titans quarterback out of LSU. Here's the toss to Bell. And Bell working that sideline. And again, he makes a lot, sometimes out of very little.
Yeah, boy, this is impressive. 74, Chris Hubbard watching. Boy, I can't even get the arrow out there quick enough. He can really run. And for a big tackle, man, what a luxury to have a guy like him being a backup to come in and take the place of Marcus Gilbert. And Marquise Pouncey, David DeCastro, I mean, they really have athletic guys. I say that about offensive line. I mean, they can run, they can pull, they can block linebackers, they can do it all.
Got a timeout called here by Pittsburgh. Play clock was running out, so they have to use one early here in the third. You might remember after New England's second touchdown to go with 14-0. Patriots had 12 first downs to only 1 for the Steelers. It's been 10-1 Pittsburgh in the first down department since that time. We got another one here. As Bell brought down by Alan Branch, and Todd Haley is coming up with all kinds of ideas out of that playbook, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got the rhythm going, you know. He's got his quarterback going, and listen, he can draw up plays. They got a big library over here on the Pittsburgh side. We keep talking about New England's offense. Todd Haley, well, we've seen him too many times with different game plans. Hey, they're taking Antonio Brown out of the play a lot of times by double teaming him, but they can't double team that running back who's standing behind the quarterback.
2nd and 8. Here's the draw to Bell. He's got a first down. And he's down to the 33.
What a really tremendous sell by the offensive line and the quarterback. Watch Landry Jones. I thought in Pouncey 53 makes Dante Hightower jump over him, but I'm looking down the field. It's got to be a pass that took so long to develop. Really well done.
Well, we've mentioned a number of times about all the Steelers who were injured and were inactive. And they had Sammy Coates dressed for this game. He has not seen action since leaving the field, early re-injuring a finger. Here's the 1st and 10. Dumped off again to Bell. And it's Rowe, who's able to wrestle him down after 5.
Big weekend for the Todd Haley fam. Todd's calling the plays here. His daughter, Ella, how about that? Plays in the 10 and 11-year-old group. She's a left guard. He went to watch her play Saturday night. 2nd round of the playoffs. Says she really, and of course, you know, she's really coached well. Hey, no kidding. Look where her dad is.
Well, they have a story program there at Upper St. Clair.
Patrick Chung a little shook up on the play, and the games are quick sometimes, but Patrick Chung is.
Showed that picture. Todd Haley grew up, lives now in the town where he was raised. Of course, his father working for the Steelers. And
right.
He played football out there at Upper St. Clair for Coach Jim Ringer. And you see Patrick Chung shaken up. He was kind of bent in an awkward way backward. His career game number 100 for Patrick Chung. And Harmon comes in for him.
Well, they found out they put Le'Veon Bell way outside. It tells them what happened, the adjustment. It's going to be man-to-man coverage.
What are we doing?
Makes it easy for Landry Jones now to know what to do with the football.
Stack receivers to the right, and Bell. Not this time. As Jamie Collins makes a quick hit on Bell, who has 15 carries, 70 yards.
Jamie Collins, and that's like a defensive lineman playing linebacker, and he came all the way across the field and made that hit. And you're going to shake and bake your way out of that.
7 plays on this series for the Steelers. 6 of the 7 have ended up in the hands of Le'Veon Bell. That's a 3rd and 4 from the New England 28. Bell sent wide to the right. They got 4 receivers over on that side. Jones got time. And almost sees Butler again jump the route in front of Grimble. And that'll bring out Boswell for a kick of about 46.
This play was designed to throw against man coverage, and what happens is they just drop back and they read Landry Jones's eyes, so there's nowhere to go with the football. So look at all the crossers. That was designed because they thought it was going to be man-to-man. It wasn't. Nowhere to go.
Yep, it's a 46-yard attempt. Greg Warren to snap it back to Jordan Berry. And Boswell's kick. Hold on. It is good. He had only 5 attempts through the first 6 games. He's 2 out of 3 today. 1-point lead now for New England. We're in the 3rd quarter here in Pittsburgh, and it's a good one. The Patriots leading the Steelers 14-13, but the Patriots had jumped out quickly, 14-0, and the game suddenly turned. That will not be returned. So Gronkowski, this was a big theme you were looking for today. The tight ends, 1 catch apiece, that's all.
Pretty amazing. I mean, I know the game planned off of the fact that they would get attention, but Steeler defense doing what they said. They're letting them catch it short, and they're doing a good job of making the tackle once the ball's caught.
New England's punted its last 3 series. There's Blunt. Trying to shift the momentum back with a gain of 11. Working hard with that. And let's take a look at our nationwide Skycam. As you see, they split out Hogan along with Malcolm Mitchell to the right. Edelman and Gronkowski to the left. And Blunt again. Look at that cut. Down to the Pittsburgh side of the field, all the way to the 39. Edelman, Solder, they all threw big blocks.
Well, what they do, they block down with Nate Solder, and then once again, you talk about the tight ends, watch the blocks. Going to go down, and then Gronkowski is blocking to the outside, and that's why the hole was so big for Blunt to run in.
Hey, it picked up 25.
94.
You get mesmerized thinking, let's stop the pass, and you forget.
Longest play of the game for New England, and Blunt for a 3rd straight time carries it. This time only 1. To think that Blunt one time was here just 2 years ago with the Steelers. Blunt and Bell.
You know, usually big running backs like him that run and give out so much punishment, you see him slow down faster than other type of running backs, but he looks as quick and as fresh as he has in years.
Replaced here by James White. 2nd and 9. And Edelman thrown down by Russ Cockrell.
All these short passes. Another good tackle. Russ Cockrell has had, Jim, he's had the best year. When you talk about the defensive backs, it's really, you always talk about the weakness of the Pittsburgh secondary. They give up some passes, but when he has to play man-to-man and it's put on him, he gets it done.
3rd and 7. Read it. Brady down the middle. There's Gronkowski, and there's the end zone. That's his 8th touchdown in 5 career games against Pittsburgh.
You know, really don't understand why it's just such open coverage. Golden here is against Gronkowski going down the field, and it's tough. Right away, he's behind him, and the safety's looking over the top. Nobody watching the middle of the field. And how many times we've seen just a little shake by Gronkowski? Seam passes, anytime they get near the 30, 40-yard line, they're looking for scores. And the seam pass we just saw there is the biggest way they do it.
Gronkowski has just tied the Patriot record. Oh, and the extra point is missed by Gostkowski. Well, he missed one, as you'll remember, in the AFC title game last year that proved crucial. It's his 2nd missed PAT of this regular season. The Patriots, through 2.5 quarters, did not have a single play of 20 yards, and then they popped 2 on that drive. A 25-yard run by Blunt, and then the 36-yard touchdown Brady to Gronkowski. Here's Gilbert. Gostkowski misses the tackle, and he's shoved out of bounds by Grissom at the 32. Some thought it might have been a little late, but Gronkowski has just tied the Patriot career record for touchdowns, scoring his 68, 67 by reception, and 1 by rush. He ties Stanley Morgan. Took Stanley Morgan, who was a terrific player, 180 games. Gronkowski in his 85th. And there you see Gostkowski had 523 without a miss last year. Naturally, you know, the PAT became that much more difficult moving it back. But he's missed 3 of his last 21. So an 8-point lead at 7. Jones. Across the middle to Antonio Brown. Week 7 continues tonight on NBC, Seattle and Arizona. Tomorrow, ESPN, Houston and Denver. And then again, we'll see you in Nashville on Thursday. And speaking of Houston, our hearts go out to our friends down there and the family of Bob Allen, a local Houston legend, sportscaster in the Houston market for some 40 years. He was our sports director at our affiliate, KHOU. He passed away on Thursday after a battle, courageous battle with cancer. Here is Bell. Right at the first down marker. Chung is back in the game.
Jamal Shear tried to chase him down that time, could not get to Le'Veon Bell. Talked about Gronkowski's record. We've seen him catch that pass so many times from touchdowns from Tom Brady, but that time I think Pittsburgh made a big mistake, and there's no way he should have been single coverage down the middle of the field.
Antonio Brown hobbles to the sideline. Again, they're already down 1. Oh, look at him now, he falls. And Coates not seeing any action. Flag thrown. Another pre-snap penalty here.
False start. Offense. Number 85. 5-yard penalty. First down.
Brown appears to be in serious pain. And Dr. Jim Bradley is trying to talk to him and get some information. First and 15. That's Kobe Hamilton with the catch. He had his first 2 career catches last week down at Miami. One of them went for a touchdown.
Yeah, we were watching them warm up today, and you go, hey, it's Kobe Hamilton. And I said, yeah, they know how to pick them around here, don't they?
I think it might be, it all goes back to Mike Tomlin.
Yeah, he was a receiver.
Yes, he was.
It's a good thing it's a very deep position for him. The players out.
2nd and 11. Bell, looked like they had him. Looked like they had him a second time, and then Chung throws him out of bounds. Twice they were prepared, it seemed, for a 4 or 5 yard loss, and he was able to get away.
Yeah, they're all over it. Look at that, Alan Branch. Oh, he goes to swing at him and tag him, gets nothing but air. So,
Coach is
really perfect play by Bell. What, get 1 yard?
Yep, and you see number 14, Sammy Coates. He has come in. They need him now. With Brown out. Coates has been a deep threat. He's averaged over 22 yards a catch this season. 3rd and 10. That is some catch by Kobe Hamilton. For the first down on the New England side of the field, gain of 15.
Oh, boy, that is some throw by Landry Jones, and he threw it the only spot that he was going to get a completion to, and that was low. Logan Ryan all over the coverage, playing outside. But the fact that he threw it out there low gave his receiver a chance to make that catch with great coverage.
So we got 2 tight ends here. Actually, 3 tight end formation. Hayward Bay, the only receiver, and the handoff to Bell. Now, you can't tell me that anybody else doesn't get stuffed for a loss or no gain at the line of scrimmage.
Well, when they say patience is a virtue, boy, he's loaded with it, because it's just, look how long let me just wait and sit here. But the blocks, the sustained blocks, so you got to give this all. Ramon Foster on the pull, staying on their blocks long enough where he can be patient like that.
Last 2 minutes of the 3rd quarter. And again, another pre-snap infraction against Pittsburgh.
False start. Offense. Number 78. 5-yard penalty. First down.
That's the 4th time they've had a pre-snap flag against Pittsburgh, and you see his average yards per rush. Now, he's had obviously limited reps this year, suspended first 3 games of the season, but 5.5 yards a carry. Today, he's at about a little higher than 4.5 per attempt, 17 to 77.
Well, he's getting better, and over these 4 years, the offensive line got better too.
2nd and 12, getting a lot of work. And he gets back the 2 yards, and going the distance, he does not have D'Angelo Williams even to come in and spell him for a couple of plays, as Williams is inactive today with a knee. Antonio Brown, he was on the stationary bike, and now they're taking him inside. And there's D'Angelo, who subbed for Bell at the start of the season and had some very big performances.
Yeah, we need him just because of all the catching and route running that Le'Veon Bell does too. So he needs a break, but he's not going to get one here today.
D'Angelo had 127 against the Pats last year. Bell got it away in time, and it is caught by Hamilton.
Well, they got them all up at the line of scrimmage. It's man-to-man coverage. When Landry Jones stands in there, and Hamilton does a good job on the inside route. Top of your screen, gets the inside leverage against Logan Ryan, and the throw right on target.
Hamilton with 2 third-down catches for conversions on this drive. First-year player out of Arkansas. Last play of the quarter, Bell stumbled. Gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Can Landry Jones make the tight, covered third-down plays? Today, I'd say yes.
Going to the 4th. New England leads it by 7. Back after this message and the word from your local station. Antonio Brown has come back out of the locker room and onto the field to start the 4th quarter. Jim Nantz along with Phil Simms, Tracy Wolfson, Lance Barrow, Mike Arnold, and all the crew as the Steelers are driving and trying to tie this game up at 20. We begin the 4th with a 2nd and 10 from the New England 26. A drive that has lasted over 6 minutes. Looking for Bell, and it's knocked down by Chung. And we do have I see on the far sideline a flag.
Formation, offense, the wide receiver covering the tight end. That penalty is a decline. Result of the play, 3rd down.
All right, Tracy, down to you.
Well, I was watching Antonio Brown before he went into the locker room. He was having that left thigh hip area being massaged. He was on the bike. He went in briefly, I think, just to put some icy hot on it, and now he's back out there, Jim.
Okay, there he is, still trying to loosen it up. 6 catches, 99 yards. 3rd and 10. They've already converted 2 3rd and 10s on this drive. Jones was looking for Brown. It was covered up. And then he tried to reroute it, and he let him too much.
Trying to do the fake screen outside and throw it deep. And it just, everything just kind of fell apart on the play. Trying to fake it. He was looking deep for Jesse James. Wasn't open. Then he missed Antonio Brown coming underneath.
So Boswell getting a lot of work in today. This is his 4th attempt. He's 2 for 3 so far, 44 yards. And that kick is good. 2nd-year kicker out of Rice University. He's been clutch in the 4th quarter. 2016 New England.
Welcome back to Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown sitting on the bench right now next to Dr. Bradley. He has a heating pad on that left thigh. He continuously tries to stretch it out. No official word from the Pittsburgh Steelers yet, Jim.
Remember, they go into a bye week. Good thing Antonio's not competing in Dancing with the Stars right now. The Steelers need him.
They need him, yeah, but let's go talk about this Steelers defense. What have they done here today? They usually blitz 19% of the time. Today, none. Why? They want Tom Brady to do this. Throw it short, then tackle the receiver after they catch it. 4-man rush. Throw it underneath. Timmons has made quite a few of those tackles. That's why when you saw Gronkowski catch the long one down the middle, you know it was a blown coverage because of the scheme they're trying to incorporate here today is what we just saw.
1st and 10. And that play that's worked many times today. Back to Edelman.
Wow, that was the identical play we just showed on Next Gen. It's, identical.
Yep.
This time he gets away from the tackle. Really a tough assignment. Lawrence Timmons to chase Julian Edelman in, out, wherever he goes.
That's his 9th catch. 9 for 60. Picked up 11. LeGarrette Blount. That's another 11-yard gain.
What a good read by him, though. This is supposed to go up the middle, and he just waits sees the blocking. Oh. Robert Golden got caught inside. There's nobody there to make him cut back inside. And again, Rob Gronkowski, look at that block by him against Jarvis Jones.
This gives an even 100 yards on 17 attempts.
Single.
Beat him again. Pushed back by Timmons. At the Pittsburgh 49, another 5.
Oh boy, you look at this. Lawrence Timmons. He never comes out. And he's got to cover Julian Edelman. He's got to do some blitzing or be the fourth rusher sometimes. And of course, they always expect him to fill the open gaps, make tackles as a linebacker.
This Pittsburgh defense got shredded last week down in Miami by the Dolphins' rushing attack of 222 yards, led by Jay Ajayi. There's Gronkowski. Timmons. Takes a while to get him down. Another first down picked up by New England. Yeah, the most yards rushed against the Steelers since a game in 2007. That happened last week, and now they've allowed another 100-yard rusher today in Blunt. And Ajayi, meanwhile, backed up his 204-yard performance against Pittsburgh with another 200-yard rushing effort today in a Dolphin victory.
Timmons, who's got to tackle Edelman, then he's got to wrestle the block. Back-to-back plays.
Play action. It's Gronkowski in the open field. And he's down near the 5.
Well, you got a defensive back on him, but there's a couple things that makes this play good. Here comes Gronkowski out here. He's going to do it against Robert Golden, the safety. But watch Tom Brady also in the pocket. The pocket's tight. He steps up in there, doesn't panic, and is able to hit the wide open receiver.
It picks up 37 right here. It's the longest play of the day for the Patriots by 1 yard. 1 yard longer than the Gronkowski touchdown catch.
Really deceptive route. Thought he was going across the field, and he just slowly turned outside.
Here's Blunt into the end zone. A New England touchdown.
Just everybody blocks down. That's what they did. Wash it down. Blunt, of course, great experience. Takes his time and takes it out to the left. Watch all the blocking down. Bennett, Gronkowski. And there's just no chance for William Gay to make that tackle outside. How about Julian Edelman getting the block too?
Blunt with his second touchdown of the game. Got to be extra sweet for him coming back to Pittsburgh where he was cut. And the extra point this time is good by Gronkowski.
Kick is good. 11:44.
This one set it up. The Gronk in the open field. That's danger. Now Gronkowski, really a different story in the second half. With only one catch in the first half, he's now up to 4 grabs for 93 yards and a touchdown, and he just set up another one.
Well, it's not only the route running, catching the passes, but we've shown many times today the blocking, the run blocking by him has been terrific.
If there's a difference in this game, though, it's finishing off drives. Is 6 times Pittsburgh's been in New England territory and scored only 16 points. They made 3 field goals, missed another, 1 touchdown, while the Patriots have scored 4 touchdowns.
Well, if Pittsburgh doesn't make a comeback here, that'll be the story of the game, especially from Mike Tomlin. He complained about it at halftime to Tracy Wolfson, like, we got to finish these things off. And the Patriots, there's a reason why they're second in the league in points allowed. When you get near their goal line, in the history of Bill Belichick, going back to when he was a defensive coordinator with the Giants, great on the defensive side, making you kick field goals.
And Tomlin basically says to Brown, he kind of waved him off there. Antonio with the helmet off. Split out Bell to the right. Landry with plenty of time, and Chung had a play on it. Oh, he's going to look back at that film and not believe he did not have the interception. And then Hamilton almost caught it on the rebound.
Yeah, but it's a drop back in the zone. They're going to read the quarterback, but all that time, he's got him open, just doesn't throw it far enough to Hamilton. Watch the safety split. Inside receiver up here. He's breaking out, just underthrows it a little bit.
Yeah, and after taking a second look at it, you can see it would have been really a great catch had Chung been able to dive and complete the interception. Here's the 2nd and 10 carry. And Bell's got 3, maybe 4, but 3rd down's on the way. And week 8, your weekend will be on NFL Network. Getting started Thursday night. Jacksonville in Nashville taking on Tennessee, the Jaguars and the Titans. Only on NFL Network. Now Brown has come back in for this 3rd down play. And ball comes out incomplete. Hayward Bay had Justin Coleman on him, and Coleman did a good job of stripping it. It was never a catch.
Yeah, well, they've seen this play before. It was run earlier in the game, and Hayward Bay caught it for a big 1st down right before half. But the difference was it was a longer situation, so you could let him be open, just make sure the tackle, which Coleman was all over.
So the Steelers have to punt with 10:50 remaining. Jordan Berry for the 3rd time today. It's returnable. It's Edelman from the 29. And he fumbles. Edelman coughed up the football at the 40. Pittsburgh football. The snapper, Greg Warren. He is the most senior Steeler on the squad. With Ben out today, he becomes the most tenured player in uniform today. Oh, and it just slipped out of his hands. And look at Warren. Originally signed by Bill Cowher.
Oh, yeah, there it was. Steven Johnson, I think, is the one that knocked it out.
Yep. 43. And Bell stood up.
Landry Jones trying to go with the hurry-up offense here.
Trying to take advantage of the Patriots' 2nd turnover of this game. 2nd and 11. Goes to James. Jesse James. And again, Collins and Hightower teaming up on the tackle.
Good job. 9. Good job by Landry Jones waiting it out. Great protection. They were trying to go for the touchdown to Antonio Brown, but he was double covered. Only 3 rushers, so it gave him that extra time to find Jesse James open.
That catch puts them right on the edge of field goal range. They're down 2 scores here.
Yeah, I think you got to think about the play here, knowing you can go for it on 4th down.
No Antonio Brown out here on 3rd and 2. Jones spinning around at midfield. He is way back. And then Bell didn't turn around in time. 4th and 2. Let's see what they do.
I think you got to go for it.
Well, I see Warren has stepped onto the field. And now they bring out Boswell. They're going to try to kick it and get it within 8. The career-long make for Boswell, again in his second year, is 51 yards. This is going to be 54. Used to be very difficult in this stadium kicking
this way,
but they filled in the seats. Used to be more open-ended. Less swirling winds than there used to be. 54 yards. Oh, that was way off the mark. The Patriots will take over at the 44. 9 minutes left, and the lead is 11. We're back with the Patriots going shotgun, leading by 11 with 9 minutes to play. Steelers haven't lost at home since last November 1st against Cincinnati, and Brady is sacked. Flag comes out. That would be the first sack of the game for either side if the penalty doesn't come in to play.
Holding. Offense, number 60. 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
And
well, you know, Jim, I'm not second guessing because just didn't have a chance to say it. I would have gone for it on 4th down with my offense. Why would I have done that? Try to drive down there and score the touchdown, of course. But knowing to think that you're going to give the ball up and stop this Patriots offense twice and maybe 3 downs or whatever the time remaining, it's an awful tough task to do. So not second guessing. That was my first original thought. I would have went for it on 4th down there with my offense.
1st and 20. There's Blunt. And he's surrounded by the Steelers. How about the fact that New England came into this game, had gone 10 quarters without committing a turnover. Now they commit 2 today. And in both situations, the Steelers take over on the New England side of the field, and both times they fail to put up any points.
Missed a field goal, threw an interception. You talked about it. We did a few minutes ago. Kicked 3 field goals. Missed a couple. Throw an interception in the end zone. A lot of chances today by the Steelers so far they didn't take advantage of.
There's Blunt. And tackled by Timmons, another 6 though, and the Steelers, well, after the Hogan fumble, there's the interception. Remember, they also had the short punt by New England that led to a missed field goal.
Missed field goal, that's right.
And then off the fumble, another missed field goal from 54 yards away.
Well, you play safe on the defensive side here. Make them throw it short and just make the tackle. On New England, all they're worried about is the clock right now. Keep it moving.
Which is approaching 7 minutes. Heaving it downfield, no one there. Malcolm Mitchell was the Patriot down the field. Moats got to Brady, knocked him down.
Yeah, Tom Brady protected himself. They send, you know, really a safety blitz, but only 3 rushers were coming. And Tom Brady threw it away.
Antonio Brown has been missing snaps on offense, but he is back deep as the punt returner for Pittsburgh. There's Ryan Allen. Sees it go all the way into the end zone. Bolden didn't get there in time. It was really moving in a hurry. Net of 37. Start the drive with a handoff to Bell. There's a flag out.
Holding. Offense, number 53. 10-yard penalty. Replay. First down.
In that Oakland win, Crabtree, who's come up big a number of times, 8 catches, including a touchdown. It was a rough day for the Minnesota offense, and Sam Bradford. Ajayi over 200 for the 2nd straight game, and Cincinnati with a win over Cleveland. A.J. Green caught a Hail Mary touchdown to close out the first half and put up monster numbers again. And the 72 Dolphins are safe for another year. There will be no unbeaten team. I guess they're popping a couple of bottles of champagne tonight as the story goes. I've always wondered if that really happens. Timeout call by Pittsburgh. Next Sunday, the NFL on CBS. New England will be at Buffalo. The Bills, the only team to beat New England to this point. And they'll have that rematch game plus other regional action. It all gets started with the fun bunch in the studio. JP and Boomer and Coach Power and Bart and Tony Gonzalez. 12 noon Eastern time, week 8 on CBS. One timeout remaining for the Steelers.
Boy, a waste of timeout. Just communication between the quarterback and the sideline, not good enough.
And remember, they had to waste one in the opening minutes of the third quarter. That is ruled incomplete. Rowe ramming into Grimble.
You know, when you look at this game a couple times in big situations, I think Matt Patricia has fooled the Steelers offense. You know, and of course now he's going to play it safe. They're going to keep him back there, just what Pittsburgh tried to do all day, make you throw it short and tackle. It's always a game of chess, especially when you play the Patriots.
Toussaint has to come in as Bell has to tie a shoe on the sideline.
Not one.
Second and 20. And Brown's got a grab that'll put him over 100 for the game on his 7th reception. Well, this is about it. 6 minutes to go. You got one timeout left. You got 3rd and long.
Yep, you got to be thinking this way. You know, you don't have to get it all this play. If Mike Tomlin is going, if we don't get it, we're going for it on 4th.
Giants pass is wide of the mark. Tight coverage there by Butler on Antonio.
Yeah, very tight.
And they're not going to go for it here, Phil. They're going to punt it.
They're going to punt. Antonio Brown's limping, so Malcolm Butler is just taking advantage of it and just up on him tight and not giving him any room to get free.
You agree with the decision to punt with 5.5 to go?
Yeah, Mike Tomlin's going to play the percentages, punt it, hope to get him in 3 plays, stop, and then play the score onside kick game.
Amendola is now back to field the punt. Remember, Edelman fumbled earlier in this quarter. Amendola dives down at the 38. 52-yard punt. And the Patriots have the ball and the lead. So much of the discussion coming in about Landry Jones, and there's a disagreement on Pittsburgh sideline over something. David Bay was upset about something.
I think he's upset. He wanted to go for it on 4th down. And, you know, it's Mike Tomlin, it's a decision the coach makes. Why did he do it? Because he knows New England, how they're going to play defense. Almost very little chance. Less than 5% they would pick up a first down, 3rd and long in that part of the game. So he's going to play this way, hoping they can get the ball back, like I said, and try to score. Then they'll have to onside kick it if they do get that chance, and they do score.
Now, Dot.
Been a busy work day for Blunt, who again was cut here in Pittsburgh after walking off the field during a game in 2014. And then picked up pretty quickly right after that by New England.
It fits into New England's plan, a little bit of everything. He's the power back. James White receives, comes out the backfield, splits out, does those things. Of course, I would think sometime this year we'll see Dion Lewis get back on the field for the New England Patriots. That'll give him another element and another weapon.
That could be within a couple of weeks. Pittsburgh has to make a stop here, 3rd and 2. And Blunt is stopped, it looks like about a foot short. And they're going to bring out Ryan Allen.
Well, it was close. I mean, they're not even going to measure it.
No reason for them to snap it too soon. Still got 14 on the play clock. A short one. Made Ebner down there to tap it out of bounds. So 3 minutes to go.
Well, Garrett Blunt has been a workhorse himself today. 127 yards on 24 carries. You know, you talk about running backs in this day and age. Oh, they can't carry the load. You know, you don't want to see these guys get these, you know, give that job to two different running backs is what a lot of teams like to do, but he's big enough and strong enough to handle all those carries, come back next week and still be fresh.
Just one timeout for the Steelers. Jones is 22 of 36 for 242 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. That's Bell. Tonight, hear from NFL stars who say they have been conned out of millions and millions of dollars. A 60 minutes investigation. Plus, you'll be surprised at what voters are saying in the most important swing state. That's tonight on 60 Minutes. The Bell again tries to stiff arm Hightower. Says, I'll have none of that. And he did not even get out of bounds.
No, Hightower was not going to let him get out of bounds. What a job by him, bringing Le'Veon Bell down in that situation. This is the problem. Yeah, they'll give you 5-yard gains. The game will be over before you score.
3rd and 2, pick up the first. And that'll bring us to the 2-minute warning. Grimble with the grab for 9. 27-16 with 2 minutes to play. Rated the play of Landry Jones here.
Well, I think it's been a solid day. I'm not going to say it was great. That's for sure. But something to build on. The Patriots, tough to get in the end zone. Second hardest team in the league to score against.
No one there, incomplete. We've got an update. Let's send it back to JP in the studio.
Atlanta trying for the win.
Yes, Matt Bryant goes for the 58-yard kick. And it's no good. Almost made it. We are going to overtime in Atlanta. Atlanta does have the ball and is driving.
Back to Jim Nance and Phil Simms.
San Diego trying to back up that victory from a Thursday night a week ago when it defeated Denver. 2nd and 10. And Bell unable to hold on to it. So the Steelers will go into the bye week, and then they'll be playing at Baltimore. Dallas comes here, on to Cleveland and Indianapolis. And as you have all this focus on a backup quarterback, let's remember New England won games this year with backup quarterbacks.
Well, they did. That's right.
Garoppolo won a couple before he got hurt. Brissett won one.
I think this experience that Landry Jones got here today in a couple weeks when they come back into action is really going to help him a lot, and I think it'll give him a much better chance of even playing better than some of the spots he did today.
And Jones able to get away from Jabal Sheard. And Hayward Bay is given the catch at the 50.
And there's enough that's been done in the game today to give this offense and give the team and Mike Tomlin a little confidence, or more confidence in Landry Jones too, I think.
4th down and 3.
One thing about the Patriots, pretty astonishing. See Brady, you see Garoppolo, and Brissett ended up having surgery on the thumb. But with 3 different quarterbacks, here they are coming to the end of their 7th game. All of them have so far done one thing. Not one of them threw an interception.
That's right.
3 different quarterbacks, 7 games, no picks. Here's a 4th and 3. Keep the drive going. That's Bell for 6.
Well, if you get another if you can get a first down or get down the field a little bit here and get a reasonable field goal try, you should try the field goal and then do the onside kick.
Almost. It was Rowe diving into the area. Meanwhile, the Patriots will be heading to Buffalo next week. Don't you know that'll have a lot of people's attention after what Buffalo did down in New England.
Well, that's right. They beat down them, but also Buffalo losing down to Miami today.
And you see the game at San Francisco. If the Patriots close this one out, win against Buffalo and Seattle, Tom Brady will be going to his hometown. San Mateo, raised right in the San Francisco area, has never played in San Francisco. He missed in 08. He was injured. He'd go there for the first time. As Jones launches it, Coates, flag is down and it's knocked down. Flag at the 17-yard line. And they're signaling like it might be an OPI here.
Oh yeah, it's on Coates, yes.
But Brady go into that game, if they win out, going to San Francisco.
Offense. It's a 10-yard penalty. Replay. Second down.
With what would be an attempt to get his 200th career win, both regular and postseason, which the 200
number 14.
That would tie Peyton Manning, who achieved his 200th win on that same field at Levi Stadium when the Broncos won Super Bowl 50.
As long as he's been in the league, you said it though, he missed that 1 year. The year he was hurt when they played in Candlestick.
2nd and 20. And 6-yard gains right now. Not doing them a lot of good.
Nope, it's not. You know, the Patriots, just to go over them today, solid game. Of course, the turnovers, they'll be upset by that. And they didn't really, they didn't keep the attack going with their offense. Once they got this lead, you know, they just played lead the clock. And Pittsburgh wasted timeouts, but wasted the opportunity more than anything. That's what they're going to be upset about, that they had a chance to make New England play a different style of game.
3rd and 15, 1 minute left. Here's Coates. And Collins. Able to bring him down at the 45.
I know one thing they got to work on during that bye week or whenever they get is going at a little faster pace when they get in these situations. But look how long this has taken. Even if you get a first down here, you won't even have time to.
This is incredible.
Yeah, there it is.
This looks like a play somewhere in the 1st or 2nd quarter. Nope. Nice 4th and 11. So,
look, you know what it is? It's backup quarterback, a lot of receivers moving around to different spots, confusion, people hurt. That's why it looks so sloppy here at the end.
Well, the Patriots are going to win for the 3rd straight week in the AFC North. Having taken care of business with Cleveland, Cincinnati, and now Pittsburgh. So you know, Brady's got 13 division titles. You know, Belichick has all of these AFC East titles. You know, they haven't played Baltimore yet, but you give them the North, you give them another division title here?
Yeah, well, I don't know if I'll give them another division title. I think they're still worried about the East. And, you know, we heard something from Bill Belichick last night that we very seldom hear. You know, coaches don't ever come in and complain about their injuries. But we asked him a few questions. He goes, well, we're healthy.
Which one of the few teams in the league at this point.
They're healthy.
And they've got a 2-game lead in the AFC East with this victory in Pittsburgh.
A lot of good players.
Bill Belichick, who first experienced the NFL postseason when he was just a young kid on Ted Marchibroda's staff with the Baltimore Colts. They came up here in the 75 playoffs, played against the Steelers, and then would come here later on in 01 and 04, lead the Patriots to AFC Championships at Heinz Field. New England 27, Pittsburgh 16. Tonight on CBS begins with 60 Minutes, followed by all new episodes of NCIS Los Angeles, Madam Secretary, and Elementary. We'll see you Thursday night from Nashville on NFL Network for Thursday Night Football, Jacksonville and Tennessee. For Phil and Tracy, Jim Nance saying so long from Pittsburgh. You've been watching the NFL on CBS.